Welcome back to the channel. My name's Chloe, and today we are going to be diving into how to manifest what you want despite any impossible circumstances, and how to manifest what you want despite any intrusive, fearful, or anxious thoughts that are coming up. So, when you make a decision about what it is that you want to manifest, and you also, in that moment of choosing that, you are selecting a new identity, a new set of beliefs, a new way of seeing yourself. Seeing yourself as the version of you who has the love, the relationship, the happy marriage, the dream home, the thriving business or career, successful in what you do, confident, a certain amount of money or salary. So whenever you're choosing that desire and you're also selecting the version of yourself who has that, that means that that new version of you consists of a new set of beliefs, depending on the beliefs that you grew up with, right? But a lot of the time, it's like if it's something new, if it's something you haven't experienced before, and potentially you haven't had previous evidence is even possible for you, your old identity has to die. You can't be the old version of yourself, the old set of beliefs, and the new version of you, your new set of beliefs at the same time. Okay? So the old man must die, like Neville Goddard said, in order for you to have this rebirth, right? It's death and rebirth to become the new man, right? The new man or new woman. The old man must die. And what that means is that you have to let go of the old self, the old version of yourself, in order to be this new version of yourself to experience your manifestations. So what does that actually do to your human self? It can create an identity death, an ego death. It can literally feel very uncomfortable, like an old part of you is dying. So I have experienced this many times myself when I've been up-leveling my life. And I've also helped my clients to navigate this too. So it doesn't matter what level you're at. It doesn't matter what it is that you're manifesting. If it's something that is an up level, you literally have to let go of the old self. And your ego will kick in to protect you, to keep you in the old self, because your ego's job is basically for survival, to keep you in what has always been familiar, and it thinks that it's just doing its job to protect you. And the way that it does that is it gives you fear, it gives you anxiety, it gives you all those little thoughts, very loud thoughts of, but it's been too long, this is taking too long, or it's not possible for me, or I can't have this, or maybe it's never going to happen for me, right? All those little thoughts that are so sneaky and so believable to your ego, that are trying to grab and pull your attention to try to get you to stay in that old state of being, to stay where you've always been, because it's just concerned with what is comfortable. It just wants to keep you inside of your comfort zone. And basically, I see this as the chimp brain, right? So I literally have named my chimp brain. This is what I find helpful. I've named my chimp brain Tina. So I know if these thoughts are coming up, I'm like, oh, there's an up level here. Oh, there's Tina again. She's kicking in with her like old intrusive thoughts again, trying to keep me inside my comfort zone. We're not going there today, Tina. We're not going there today, right? Like, take a banana, go play, like go swing in the trees. But whenever you're choosing this new identity, right, you can't cling on to the old one. You can't actually be in two identities at once. So an analogy for this would be like the old identity and the old version of you, the old reality, right? Imagine like you are in Antarctica, right? And your old identity is you're an Eskimo. Your desire, your new identity is to go to the Caribbean, to be in the Caribbean and to live there on the beach, right? You can't be in Antarctica and the Caribbean at once. Unless you can have the power of transportation, right? Unless you have the power of astral projecting. But all jokes aside, right? Like you can't actually physically be in both of those places at once. And that's basically what I'm trying to get at here, is that you have to, once you set sail for your new location, once you put the coordinates into your GPS for your new desire, right? For your new life of what you want that to look like, you have to say goodbye to the old life. You have to say goodbye to the old self and who you used to be. And that can be scary for your mind, right? That can be, it can seem like a threat, like danger to your mind. And that's really all that it is, okay? So it will feel like a tower crumbling moment, right? Where like it feels like maybe everything is crumbling, or it feels like you're spiraling, or it feels like, oh my goodness, like everything is falling apart, when actually you're just shedding your old skin and everything is about to fall into place for you. Everything is about to fall into place for you. You're literally just around the corner from breaking through. You're on the precipice, you're on the threshold. It's like your it's like your ego making that one last sort of attempt to grab your attention, to shout at you, to try to come back to Antarctica, right? To be like, no, 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 like come back here, it's safer here, like come back here. And you have to be like, we're still going to the Caribbean. We're going to the Caribbean, and that's how it is, okay? So what to actually do in these moments, right? You have to recognize, first of all, that your circumstances don't actually matter, because your circumstances up until this point are just a reflection of who you have been being up until this point. So your circumstances can always change. Reality is always changing. It's always malleable. And it's based on who it is that you're being and your state. So once you change your state into this new identity and staying in the state of it's already done, right? It's already mine. I already have it. I am this new version of myself now who experiences my desires, who already has my desires, and you continue to stay in that, it will manifest. It is inevitable, right? So what to do in the moments where you're having the intrusive thoughts, the fearful thoughts, the anxious identity death that is happening. When you are shedding, first of all, obviously self-love, the way that you speak to yourself and treat yourself is so important, because actually think about it for a second. If you're being hard on yourself, if you're literally going through one of the biggest up levels and transformations of your life, and imagine like you're standing over yourself with a stick and you're like beating yourself with that stick, like, is that actually helpful to get your manifestations? No. If anything, it's actually probably just slowing you down and making it harder on yourself, right? It's unnecessary. If anything, would you not want to reach down and give yourself a hand and pull yourself up, right? So the way that you speak to yourself during those moments, give yourself that like love, the compassion, the reassurance, the validation that you're wanting to hear from others and you're wanting to get from out there, you're wanting to get from your desires, and give that to yourself. Like actually say that to yourself. Like, it's going to be okay. It's all working out for us. I always get what I want. Right? I'm so proud of you. Saying, I love you, I accept you, like you're doing so well. Just building yourself up, right? Whatever you need to hear. In those moments of the noise, when the thoughts are very intrusive, instead of getting sucked into it, instead zoom out. Zoom out. Because you have to remember that you are not those intrusive thoughts, and you are not the noise unless you identify with it. So you're actually the awareness and you're the observer of those thoughts. That is your power. So whenever you zoom out and you sort of just look at your thoughts and you just sort of watch the intrusive thoughts and you recognize that you are the power, you are the awareness, and you can choose to place your focus and your awareness on what you do want to experience instead. Notice it coming up. Let it pass. Instead of trying to avoid it or run away from it, actually sit with it and say, I love you, I accept you, I welcome you, because actually in not resisting it, then it allows to just dissipate and it allows it to pass. Once you surrender it, instead of trying to fight against it, which creates more resistance, and resistance literally is the only thing between you and your desires, because it keeps you in a state of not having it, in a state of no resistance, where it's just love and it's peace, there's no fear. Fear can't exist in that state. So when that noise is coming up, just say to yourself, I surrender that to love. I let that go to love. And also, if you want to be more firm with it, if you're more like savage with it, you can just be like, nope, that's not who I am anymore. Nope, I am unavailable for that. That's one of my favorite phrases. I'm unavailable for that, because you're literally saying, I'm unavailable for that possibility. That's not even an availability. That's not even a possibility. That's not even an outcome in my reality, because you know that you create your reality, that you hold all the power, and that you're making decisions about what it is that you choose to experience in this lifetime, right? The last thing that I want to share is what can be very helpful is to actually just chill out, right? Like chill out and relax. Okay, so this is twofold. One is actually just going and taking your mind off of it, doing the things that you enjoy, that make you happy, because remember that manifesting your dream life actually also gets to be fun. It gets to be playful. And when you take the pressure off of yourself and you're in your state of joy and you're just following that, actually a lot of the time things manifest in ways that you couldn't even have imagined, that don't even make logical sense. And that's been like so many of the manifestations in my life that literally don't make any logical sense. And then the second part of this is to really relax your body and to relax your mind. It can be helpful to use tools, right? So either if you can just like get yourself comfortable and relax. If you're even struggling to do that, then you can use tools like breath work, which is really just a gentle breath, deep, slow, gentle breaths in and out through your nose to really down-regulate your breath, which means that basically you're just slowing down your breath and deepening your breath, instead of like shallow breaths that keep you in survival mode, right? Where your body is in a stress response, it's in a fight or flight response. Breathing in a really relaxing, gentle, deeper way, taking deep breaths in and out through your nose, allows for your body to go into a state of relaxation and repair. And that's where it's so much easier to zoom out of the noise. It's so much easier to release that and to then choose who it is that you are, like the new identity, those new set of beliefs, how you see yourself, and getting into a state, shifting into a state of it's already done, right? So how I like to do this is either doing some breath work, or I also will use EFT tapping. So EFT tapping is actually where you're going to tap on your meridian points. So on the karate chop point, on the top of your eyebrows, the side of your eyes, underneath your eyes, underneath your nose, your chin, your chest, and underneath your arm, at the top of your head. And you're just going to repeat that, right? So again, that's just moving the energy through your body. It's releasing resistance. It's calming down your nervous system and your body to relax. It's sending signals for you to relax. Even as well, if you hum, the quickest way to actually relax too is if you take an inhale in and then you exhale and you sigh, you hum on your exhale, it's stimulating your vagus nerve. Your vagus nerve is basically communicating to your body, hey, we're safe here, it's okay. Okay, so there's 3 things there that you can use. I personally like to just switch it up, but I do like EFT tapping purely because I'm so active and my mind is quite active as well. So if you feel like you struggle to really focus on just one thing for long periods of time or concentrate on just one thing, that can be really good to, especially if you're having like a lot of intrusive thoughts, that can be really good. And the way that you can use that as you're tapping through those points, or even as you're just simply relaxing and being comfortable, what you want to do is basically just go on a positive rampage or just like an inner conversation. I like to say it out loud because otherwise it hurts my brain. And basically you're just going to choose what it is that you want and state as if you already have it. So you're going to say, for example, you know, I make 6 figures a year. I'm a millionaire, or I'm living in my dream home. I have this many new clients, or I'm making 10K a month, or I'm in a loving, committed relationship, or I'm happily married, or whatever it is that you're manifesting. You're going to say it in the present tense, right? And then you're going to claim and choose who you are now and who is that version of you that already is experiencing that. And you're saying it again as if it's already done. So you would be saying, for example, because I'm always chosen, I'm always committed to, the people I love always stay, relationships always work out for me, because I am rich, because everything's working out for me, because I always get what I want. I'm irresistible, irreplaceable, unforgettable. I'm number 1. I'm always loved. I'm the most valuable and important person in the world. I always have more than enough. I'm always provided for. I'm always taken care of. I'm so good with money. Making money is so easy for me, right? Like really think about what have been your fears or the reasons why you thought that you couldn't have what you want. And then basically affirm the opposite of that, right? Affirm the opposite of that. Whatever limiting assumptions you've had before about money, about love, about relationships, about your desire. And you might want to do some self-inquiry work into that, maybe some journaling on that to discover like, why have I been creating these patterns in the first place? What assumptions did I have that created these outcomes in the first place? And then choose the opposite beliefs for that, right? The opposite assumptions for that. And you're changing the way that you see yourself. You're basically saying, this is who I am now. This is who I am now. This is how it goes for me now. And something else that also helps me is I'll say like, it's working, it's already done, it's already here, it's already happening, it's already mine. Like, this is who I am. It's literally already done. You're saying things that are just helping to get you into a state of having what you want. So you're no longer in lack, you're no longer in need. And also as well, if you feel like you're struggling to detach, other affirmations that I like to include are like, well, no one compares to me. I'm literally the luckiest person ever. I'm chosen above everything and everyone else. And I'm all good either way. Like, I'm whole, I'm complete, I'm safe, I'm fulfilled. I already have the love, I already have the abundance, I already have everything that I need within myself. And anyone would be lucky to be with me. Anyone would be lucky to work with me. Anyone would be lucky to be in my life. And literally, I'm so worthy and deserving and good enough to have all of this. And it's my birthright. And I just get to have it because I exist, right? Really getting into a state of fulfillment, abundance, and already having, because you get more of what you already have, you're shifting out and you're letting go of the state of lack, need, and absence of your desire. You're getting into a state of already having it, right? And that's where it manifests so much faster and so much easier. Okay, so I know this was a very in-depth video, but and there was a lot of parts to it, but at the same time, I really want to make sure that I'm giving you the information that you can not just learn, but also apply it. And again, like, don't just listen to this, but actually go and apply it. Actually go and implement this. Actually go and do what I've talked about, and then you'll see the shifts. Don't just consume information, actually apply it, and you will see the shifts in your life. When you really go all in on yourself, when you commit 110% to yourself, your new identity, and your desires, because you came here to have your desires. You came here to live an amazing life. And we can literally choose to live in paradise or hell. We can choose to live in heaven or hell on earth, but you're the one that creates that. It's your responsibility to choose for yourself. So love yourself enough to choose the best possible outcome, the best version of yourself, and to continue to stay in the knowing and to come back into, doesn't matter how much you fall off the horse, right? Get back on the horse into the state of, it's already mine, it's already done, and I'm knowing that it is mine, okay? So I know this video has been helpful for you. Have an amazing rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next one.